And there's some loons in that bay. There's two bald eagles over there. I did see some signs of beaver. I know there's some beavers around here. The scenery here is stunning. Well, hello friends, good morning to you. Hope you have a blessed morning. I'm up here in Temagami. I decided to do some backwoods canoeing and exploring, so it's going to be quite a few hours of paddling today, but it is an absolutely beautiful morning here. I got out really early. I was up about 4 in the morning, so I could be on the lake at about 5:45. That's what I'll be doing for the next few days, and the scenery here is stunning. I love to get out on the lakes first thing in the morning before anyone else, and it's so peaceful and serene and quiet. The water's nice and calm. It's perfect for paddling. It's nice and cool. And there's some loons in that bay. And head that way. Oh, here comes a loon flying in. Well, friends, one of the most beautiful things you can experience is a sunrise out on a nice, beautiful lake like this. I routinely sacrifice sleep for sunrises, and it is so worth it just to get out and experience God's glory first thing in the morning. What a beautiful way to start the day. I think those are otters. I'm gonna go over and take a look, see if I can see. Yeah, those are river otters. He sounds angry. I hear some splashing around up here, so we'll go check it out, see what it is. I did see some signs of beaver. I know there's some beavers around here, so we'll head over here and see what we can discover. There's one right there. They do that, they slap their tail as a warning to the other beavers. So there's two different types of beavers. Some will build a lodge like out in the water itself, like that big domed house out of sticks, and others actually build their homes, they burrow right into the bank on the side of the water, and that's what these beavers are here. There's a beaver swimming right there. Oh, there he goes. All right. I will leave them alone for a while. You know, the Bible uses the example of ants when it talks about work ethic. God easily could have used beavers, because those things are the most industrious workers. It's non-stop all day. As soon as they wake up, they just work, 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 work. It's incredible. It's also incredible how fast they could dam up a waterway and make a little lake for themselves. I've known there's been some times where Back home where I grew up in New Brunswick, beavers had dammed up a little stream and it flooded out the road, so they had to bust up the dam, and it was within 2 or 3 days they had that thing built back up again. A whole crew of men just using their hands. There's no way they could have built that thing in that amount of time. One bit of advice I will give you, if you're going to be doing a lot of canoeing, I would encourage you to master what they call the J stroke. It's a very, very simple stroke, but that way, if you ever done any paddling, you paddle on one side and the boat tends to just kind of turn around in a circle. Well, there's a very simple stroke you can use to actually keep the canoe going straight. I'll try to show you here. So you watch the front part of the canoe, and you can see how you can keep it in line. We'll use that rock up there. And then once you gain some momentum and you use that J stroke, then you can direct which way you want the canoe to go. I know typically if you paddle on the right hand side, and then you just tend to turn around to the left in a circle, but with the J stroke you can actually turn right paddling on the right hand side. Here, I'll demonstrate that for you. I'll do a J, and then you can actually bring the boat right around. So there you go, and that way you don't got to keep flipping the paddle back and forth from right hand to left hand and getting everything inside the canoe all soaking wet. So practice it. It does take some practice. Well, friends, if you want to de-stress, I can't think of a better place than a place like this. Such a calm, peaceful morning. You can spend a lot of time on a day like today giving thanks to God. And that's regardless of what your circumstances are. Doesn't matter if you're going through hard times, difficult times. That doesn't change who God is and what He has done and what He is going to do. And you can just be thankful that He gives you that promise. And it's times like this, and this peace and quiet, you can get all the clutter out of your mind and all the busyness, and you can focus on that. And He can give you much peace and joy just knowing that. This has got to be one of my most favorite things in the world. A nice, quiet, calm lake, first thing in the morning. What a way to start the day. It is just so beautiful and peaceful here. This is why I prefer a canoe. You can go further upstream in some of these little waterways and creeks. You can go where motorboats just can't go. I'm probably only in about 2 or 3 feet of water, but I can continue going probably for a few miles yet. This shallow water with all the lily pads and flowers, it looks nice, but it is really hard to paddle through. It creates a lot of friction. I'm actually stopped dead. If you don't keep paddling, you don't move anywhere. And it is starting to get hot out. The last few days, actually the last couple of weeks, it's been getting up into the high 30s, almost 40 degrees Celsius. That's about 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So just in case anybody thought that Canada was always covered in ice and snow, well, it gets pretty hot here in the summers. Oh, a little hummingbird. I don't know if you can see that, but there's two bald eagles over there. There's three of them now. We'll see if we can go over there and get a closer look. Just got a fish. I think they were fighting over it. Well, friends, here's the rock where those eagles were sitting, and apparently this is where they come to feast. They're eating rock, apparently. Well, it looks like they're pretty successful fishermen anyway. Well, friends, I had to come into town here in Temagami, and I think I'll end this video here. I hope you enjoyed these last few days of just a small glimpse of what Temagami has to offer. It honestly is one of my most favorite places to come to for fishing and hiking and canoeing. I'll catch the sunset here, and may God bless you.